All right, everybody. We are ready to go here for the final installment in the 2018 Hall of Fame induction class. Actually, there's one more. I take it back because I forgot about the two that came in through the Veterans Committee, that being the two Tigers, Alan Trammell and Jack Morris. So there will be a 1984 tribute to them. Most likely it's going to be Game 1 of the 1984 World Series, but we'll see. I'll look through the seasons for each of those and see maybe if they had a better one to use, but that's the one I forgot about. So I forgot about Trammell and Jack Moore to do that. So right now we're looking at tribute to Chipper Jones and Trevor Hoffman. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone, as they say, and do the Braves versus the Padres. This is a game from May 10th, 2001. Got the starting lineups right here, and it's going to be Adam Eaton against Tom Glavine. Then I've got the bullpens and the benches, so no matter what the score is, Trevor Hoffman will at least get to pitch in the ninth inning, one way or the other. He's going to get in the ball game. So right now it's Adam Eaton for the Padres, and he will be stepping into the box against Rafael Furcal, shortstop switch hitter. And this game, tribute game to Chipper Jones, is just about underway. Ballpark effects for San Diego: lefties on singles 1 to 9, righties 1 to 4. Home runs, not very much. Lefties 1 2, righties 1 to 5. So when that comes up, we know what to do. So for call, and right now I'm babysitting a cat and a dog in this room, so hopefully I can get through without incident. Here is Rafael Furcal. It's a 6'7". Adam Eaton against a lefty. 6'7" is a ground ball second base X, and most of the Padres are very bad defenders. Damian Jackson's actually decent, 2E12. A lot of them are 4s though, but that's a 1, so that's going to kill him right there. He's never going to get to that, obviously. So now we need to check for an error. It's a 12. 12, and he's an E12 as a second baseman. 12 and 12, there is no error, but it is going to be a base hit. So it's a leadoff single for Rafael Furcal. And he's going to try to steal, and to do that, you got to roll a 4, 5, or 6 to get the jump. So we'll do that, and we'll roll the D20, make sure it's not a pickoff problem. It's a nothing there. It's a 5, so he does get the jump. Excuse me, I had to cough. I didn't think you wanted to hear it on camera. So he does get the jump, and that means we're using number 19 here. But then we have to look at Adam Eaton. He's a -3 hold rating. And the catcher, Wiki Gonzalez, is a -1 arm, so that combines to a -4. So that takes him from a 19 down to a 15. And let's see what else we need to factor in here. He's obviously being held on. So let me make sure I'm accurate here. I'm going to pause this and get my rule book just to make sure, because I haven't played Super Advanced Steals in a while. Be right back with the actual stolen base attempt. Okay, so the rules say if he gets his jump rating, it's a -2 from his numbers for being held. If he didn't, it'd be a -4. So it's a -2 from the 19, makes it a 17, and then the catcher and pitcher effects is a -4. That makes it a 13. So 1 to 13, and he'll steal successfully. It's a 15, he's out. So Rafael Furcal thrown out by Wiki Gonzalez. So caught stealing, we'll call it 2-6. And that's one away. Clears the bases for Adam Jones. And that's a 3-5 for Adam Jones. And he's going to strike out. So maybe Eaton, getting a little pumped up from that caught stealing, strikes out Andrew Jones. Out number 2, here's Chipper. They call him Chipper. It's a 1-3 for Chipper, and that's a walk. So 2-out walk to Chipper. And that will bring up BJ Surhoff, BJ and the Bear. If you remember that show from way back in the day. Here's BJ, don't know where the bear is. It's a 4-3 for Adam Eaton against a lefty. That's a ground ball third base X. And again, the Padre defense not very good. And in this case, third baseman Alex Arias is a 4E23. It's a lot of 4s on their ratings. And that's a 3, so he'll never make that play. That's going to be a base hit. We'll see if it's 2 stars or not. Probably is. a 3, and a 4. So a 4 with a 3 is in fact an SI2. It's 12 on the D6s, and it's an E23. So an E23, we're looking for a 12, and we don't find one. So it's just going to be a single with 2 stars. So HOF gets the base hit. Chipper will go to third. Runners are at the corners, 2 outs for Javi Lopez. D20 has 18, which is nothing. And we get a 2-6 for Lopez. And that's a home run chance right there, 1 to 10. 11 to 20 is a double, which may clear the bases. 1 to 10 is a home run, will definitely do it, and that's a 2. So Javi Lopez goes deep, a 3-run shot. So Adam Eaton unable to get through the first unscathed. Philly fans from 2008 might not be surprised by that. So it's a 3-run shot for Javi Lopez, and the Braves are taking an early 3-0 lead. Here's Dave Martinez, current manager, new manager of the Nationals. 2-4. 2-4 from Martinez is a ballpark check, single, but that's not going to help you much because it's a 1 to 9 for a lefty, so he may have a chance. And he does. It's an 8. So the base hit for Dave Martinez. He gets a ballpark base hit. Brings up Rico Baronia, first baseman. Roll the D20, nothing happening. And it's a 4-7 against Eaton, against a lefty, and that's a strikeout. So Dave Martinez is out. So are the Braves, but not before. Javi Lopez connects on a 3-run home run. And we go to the bottom of the first. It is the Braves 3 and the Padres coming to bat. And Adam Eaton had a rough first inning. Tom Glavine will enjoy the benefits of a 3-run lead. And he's going to start off facing an aged Ricky Henderson. First pitch is a 4-6. And Glavine against a righty, 4-6 is a pop out to third. And there is one away. Brings up Mike Colangelo. That's a 6-5. 6-5. Colangelo is a righty. 6-5 is going to be a ground ball to first. And there's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. And that's going to bring up Dave Magadan. Lefty on lefty. It's a 1-7 for Magadan against a lefty. He's going to fly to center. And the Padres go meekly here in the first. So nothing doing. 1, 2, 3. They're out of here. And we go to the the top of the second. Number 8 hitter, Kilvio Veras, switch hitting second baseman, will be leading off. And then Tom Glavine, who uses pitcher hitting card number 2, will bat second. But right now it's Kilvio Veras, switch hitter, batting left, 1-4 against the righty, and that's a base hit for Kilvio Veras. So he will single, and that will allow Glavine to bunt. So Glavine will be up to bunt. And Glavine on his bunt rating, he is an A bunter, so he's going to become a B bunter because they're expecting it. So we'll go to the super advanced chart. Sacrifice bunt with a letter B. So let's see how they play this. It's a 10, so a B and a 10 is a pop-up. So the pop-up goes to the number 4 fielder here, which is listed as the first baseman. So he's going to pop it up to the first baseman, Magadan, for out number 1. Let's see here. Batter pops up, runner holds, so no chance of being doubled off. But it's an unsuccessful sacrifice. So we're back to the top of the order, and Raphael for call. That's a 9, so nothing happening there for call. First time up, singled and scored. I'm sorry, singled, was caught stealing. 6-8. 6-8 against Eaton. Switch hitter batting left, and he found a sweet spot, found a base hit. Depending on what it is, it's a 5, so that base hit is going to be a single with 2 stars. So Veras will go to third. So had the sacrifice been successful, he would have scored, but not to be. And since he got thrown out last time, they're going to go ahead and keep him there this time and let Andrew Jones bat. Runners at the corners and 1 out. That's a 4-9 against a right-hander, and that's a diamond ballpark, diamond shot. However, 1-5 is all there is here at San Diego, so it's a 20, so it's going to be a fly to left. Now, the question is it a sacrifice fly? And it probably is. I will have to pause this and check the rule book just to be on the safe side. Okay, as I suspected, the fly ball is a fly ball B when it's not a home run, so it is a sacrifice fly for Andrew Jones. That's out number 2, but Veras will come in to score on the sac fly, and it now becomes a 4-0 ball game. And here's Chipper with, for call it first and 2 outs. Nothing happening on the D20. Chipper is a 1-7, and for Chipper, a 1-7 is a base hit, 1 is a triple, 2 is a single with 2 stars, or 2 to 20, I should say. So it's a single with 2 stars. So Chipper, doing better than his contemporaries in the tribute game, will get a base hit. That will move for call to third. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for B.J. Surhoff. He had a single last time. So 11, nothing doing. So 1-3, and Surhoff, well, he's up to his clutch factor. And since that was originally a hit, it now becomes a pop-up to second because he fails in the clutch. And that's going to end the inning. So Surhoff just popped the clutch right there and got stalled out, and nothing happened. So we go to the bottom of the second with the score now 4-0 Braves. Bubba Trammell steps in. We'll be facing Tom Glavine. So it'll be Trammell, Gonzalez, and Arias against Glavine. 5-2 for Trammell is another diamond shot because Trammell's a righty, so it's a diamond shot. And again, it's only a 1-5 chance, or 1-5 numbers on the D20. So that's not going to cut it. It's going to be a deep fly to left, 1 away. Brings up Wiki Gonzalez, the catcher. Wiki, WikiLeaks or not? 2-2. 2-2 is a line-out shortstop. Oh, I'm sorry, against the lefty. 2-2 is still going to be a line-out shortstop max. So WikiLeaks on that one, and Wiki didn't get it done. He lines to for call for out number 2. Brings up Alex Arias. 3-6 against the lefty, and he's going to fly to left field. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Padres here in the bottom of the second. We played 2 complete. Braves right now large and in charge, 4-0. Wonder how long Adam Eaton's going to be able to stick around. He's going to face Javi Lopez, who had that big 3-run homer his first time up. So see what happens this time. It's a 4-6. We're off of Eaton's card, and that's a walk. So he wanted no part of Javi Lopez. He issues the leadoff walk. Brings up Dave Martinez, and we'll see what Martinez can do. He singled his first time. Nothing there. Martinez against Eaton. It's a 5-8 against a lefty. And that's a double to right field for Dave Martinez. So Padre bullpen starting to get into full force now as Adam Eaton is just biting the bit here. Runs at second and third. Nobody out for Rico Bronya. Infield's in. They got to stop this bleeding here. It's a 2 on the D20, so we're going to check either balk or pass ball. Eaton is a 0 balk, so if it's a 1, 2, or 3, there is no balk. It's a 6, though. We're checking pass ball. And pass ball rating for Wiki Gonzalez is a 7. So when it rains, it pours. There's a 1. It's a pass ball. That's going to bring home the run. So Javi Lopez will come in on the pass ball. And going to third on that pass ball is Martinez. And Rico Bronya still at bat. It's 5-0. Runner at third. Nobody out. Infield in. Check the D20 again. Nothing happening. Rico, 2-5 for Rico. That's a single. It's 2 stars, but he only needed 1 star to score. So the single brings home another run. It is now 6-0. And that's going to do it for poor Mr. Adam Eaton. He didn't even get a chance to bat. That's how quickly he got removed. So we're going to take a break while we get the new Padre pitcher. And we'll see how they do, if it's a double switch or just a regular entry from the bullpen. All right, so we're going to check off Tom Davey. He's going to be brought into the ball game, so that removes him from availability. And so Tom Davey, the right-hander, there's no double switch. They just want him to get out of this inning. There is currently nobody out, so he's got to pitch the full inning. So no sense doing a double switch. If he gets out of this inning, he'll be doing well. And he's got to face Kilvio Veras, the switch hitter, to start out with a runner at first and nobody out. Nothing on the D20. It's a 4-5 against Davey, against a switch hitter batting left. It's ground ball, shortstop X. That's Donaldo Mendez. He's a 3E56. 17, he'll get to it, but will it be an error? No, it won't. It's a 10, and there's never an error on a 10, so he caught a big break. Let's check and see if the 17 is going to be a double play. Very well could be. He's a 3 and a 17. 17 is a G1, so it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So getting that 10 roll certainly saved his bacon there. So it's a 6-4-3 double play. And talk about doing the job. Mr. Davey threw one pitch and got out of it. But 2 runs come in. And we're looking at a 6-0 ball game in favor of the Braves. And Davey will pitch this 1 inning and be gone because he's going to be pinch hit for in the bottom half of this inning. As we have Glavine back out on the bump, and he's going to be facing Damian Jackson, the man who was the pivot man on that double play. So he'll be in to face Damian Jackson, and then we'll get a pinch hitter for Davey. So Glavine against Jackson, we get a 5-6, and 5-6 against a right-hander is going to be a fly to center. That's 1 away. And now we'll get the pinch hitter, and let's see who they're going to bring in on their bench. Let's look at the right-handers against Glavine, if there's any left. And they're going to bring in Santiago Perez, switch hitter. Check that. They're going to bring in Phil Nevin. He's their only righty, so might as well use him up. So Phil Nevin will get the call to pinch hit. Phil Nevin. Well, now I can't find Phil Nevin. Oh, there he is. Okay. There he is, Phil Nevin. He's going to pinch hit. So Phil Nevin will pinch hit for Davey. And then we'll need a new pitcher. And the new pitcher for the Padres will most likely be, they want somebody who can go a few innings. So they're looking at, see who the long reliever is. Myers, no. They're looking at a guy who was a starter, or has been a starter, Huáscar Serrano. Whoops, Huáscar Serrano for San Diego. So Huáscar Serrano in 2001 was 3-3, 6.56 ERA. Did have 5 starts, but he does, of course, have the relief rating. So Huáscar Serrano will be the new pitcher for the Padres, but right now it is Phil Nevin pinch hitting against Glavine. That is a 4-3. So Glavine against a righty. 4-3 is a ballpark single check. Padres 1-4 for San Diego. That's a 19. Not going to get it done. He's going to line to short. And Nevin. Oh, check that. That should have been Mendez's at bat. I got ahead of myself. My bad. So hold the phone there. Still a right-hander, and it's still going to be a liner to short. It's just going to be Mendez's at bat, not Nevin's, because they're both right-handed. So now Nevin gets to bat. I'll get it straight. Fortunately, that didn't affect anything because the ballpark check on the right-hander would have been the same for either who, no matter who it was. So now here's Nevin. That's a 5-6. 5-6 is a fly to center. So we'll change this from an L6 to an L8 to end the inning. And Nevin is done on his pinch hitting. He fails in his pinch hitting job. So now we go to the 4th, and it'll be Huáscar Serrano. He is definitely in mop-up duty. Definitely in a mop-up role here. And he's going to be facing Tom Glavine to start off the top of the 4th. And Tom Glavine uses pitcher hitting card number 2. So pitcher hitting card number 2 for Mr. Glavine against Serrano. 1-3. 1-3 is a ground ball to second, and that's 1 away. And now we go back to the top of the order for Rafael Furcal. And we get a 1-4. That's a foul out to first. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Andrew Jones. 3-5 for Andrew is a strikeout to end the inning. So Serrano bringing some stability back with a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-0 Atlanta as they are in complete control. Ricky Henderson leads things off. It's a 5-8 against Glavin, and that's a ground ball second base X. That's Kilvio Veras. He is a 4E8, and that's a 5, so that's probably going to sneak through for a base hit. 4 and a 5 certainly does, and we got a 14, and he's an E8. 14 and an E8. There is no 14. It's simply a base hit for Ricky. So Ricky with a base hit, but he did stole 25 bases, but you're down 6-0. So would you really steal down 6-0? It doesn't make any sense. Let's see here. Glavin is a -2 hold, so do you really want to do that? I think you're just going to go ahead and swing away. So it's going to be Mike Colangelo. It's a 12-0. And that's a 5-7 against Glavin, and that's a single to center field. So good choice there. You're not going to run on Andrew Jones's arm, though, so Ricky will stop at second base. Runners at first and second, nobody out. For Dave Magadan. Nothing on the D20. Magadan, a 2-9 against the lefty Glavin. 2-9 is a ground ball to the pitcher. It's a B, so it's a fielder's choice. We'll call it 1-6 for the first out. Fielder's choice. Henderson will go to third, so runners are at the corners with 1 out for Bubba Trammell. So Bubba, it's a 3, nothing happening there. I keep thinking of Bubba Watson every time I see the name Bubba. It's a 4-4, and that's Glavin against a righty. That's a catcher X. So Javi Lopez is a 4E3. And that's a 19, so I don't think we'll have any problems there. To check on the E3, so a 4 and a 19. 4 and a 19 is a G3. So then we check the error 6, and he's an error rating of 3. So error rating of 3, there is no 6, so it's just a G3, so it's a ground ball. Runners will advance. So that's going to be an RBI. We'll call it 2-3 for out number 2. Magadan will go to second base, and coming in to score is Ricky Henderson for the first run of the game. Padres get on the board, cut it to 6-1. And here's Wiki Gonzalez, WikiLeaks. And it's a 1-6 against Glavin. 1-6 is a 1-17 single, but only 1 star. And we get a 9. So it is a base hit. It's only 1 star, though, so Magadan will only be able to go to third. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Alex Arias. 16, nothing doing. 6-7 against Glavin is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. But the Padres finally get on the board. Cuts the lead to 6-1 as we go to the top of the 5th. And back out on the hill for San Diego, trying to eat some innings, is going to be Huáscar Serrano. He did go 1-2-3 in his first inning of work. Now he's got to face Chipper to start the 5th. Chipper a 3-8. Chipper on a 3-8 is a fly to center. That's 1 away. Brings up B.J. Surhoff. 3-12 for Surhoff is a single. Single to center field, solid single. Brings up Kilvio Veras. The D20 check is a 1, so wild pitch check on Serrano, and he's a 20, so that's an automatic wild pitch. No sense even rolling that because you're going to get it either way you go. So we'll check again on the D20, and this was a 3, so it's nothing. So Veras after the wild pitch. 1-6 is a 1-8 double. 9-20 is a fly to center, and that's a 6, so it's a double, and that will score the run. So Surhoff comes in to score, makes it a 7-1 ball game. Brings up Javi Lopez. 3, nothing happening for Javi. It's a 5-5 against Serrano, and that's a fly ball to right for 2 down. Brings up Dave Martinez. Martinez a 5, nothing happening. 4-10 against Serrano, against the lefty. 4-10's a ground ball third base X. That is Arias. He's a 4E23. That's a 12. He may get to that. Probably will. Let's double check it here. 4 and a 12. 4 and a 12 is a G3, so he will get to it. And it would be the third out. So assuming there's no error, he'll make the play. 15 and an E23. E23, There's a 15 though. It's a 2-base error. Look at that, 2-base error of 15 on an E23. So it's a E5 2-base variety. And what that'll do is that will cause Javi Lopez to come in to score an unearned run. 2 runs are in. It is now 8-1. And that'll bring up Rico Brogna. Runner at second and 2 outs. Nothing on the D20. Rico 4-4. And a 4-4 for Serrano against the lefty. He's a catcher X. That's Wiki Gonzalez. He's a 2 E4. That's a 6. So should be okay with that, I would think. A 2 and a 6 is a P/P. And that's a 15. He's an E4. 4, no 15 there. So P/P. P/P. So we go to the, let's see here. All runners advance 1 base. So it's a pass ball. When using balk, wild pitch, pass ball rules, refer to the super advanced rule found in the instructions for procedure to determine if a pass ball occurs. All right, so I believe we look at the wild pitch rating, and it's a guaranteed wild pitch, so that means a pass ball did occur for sure. And that means Brogna goes to third on the pass ball. And we're going to go ahead and reboot for Brogna's at bat. That's an 18. And that's a 4-6. 4-6 is a walk. So he's going to walk Varus, and that's going to bring up Tom Glavine. So Tom Glavine, and he is using pitcher hitting card number 2. So Glavine. Nothing on the D20. It's a 4-5, so we're under pitcher card. Serrano against a lefty. 4-5 is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But 2 runs come across the plate, and it makes it 8-1 in favor of the Braves here in this laugher of a ball game. And let's see here. We got for call Jones. All right, gotta get everything straight here. So Serrano is done. In fact, he will be pinch hit for, so he's going to leave the ball game because his turn will come up. Tom Glavine starts out the bottom of the 5th against Damian Jackson. We had a 1-3 for Damian Jackson. That's a ground ball to second. That's 1 away. 1 out for Ronaldo Mendez. That's a 1-4 for Mendez. He's going to ground out to the pitcher. So that's 2 away. And now we'll get a pinch hitter. And they've already used their right-handed pitch hitter. So now they're going to go to their switch hitter, Santiago Perez. So we'll bring in Santiago Perez to pinch hit. With 2 outs and the base is empty. It'll be Mr. Santiago Perez. Not very good, but 2 outs, base is empty. You don't have to be. 4-5 for Glavine. He's batting right-handed as a switch hitter. It's a fly to right. And that's going to end the inning. So one Hall of Famer is really stepping up, and that's Tom Glavine, showing you how it's done. And now we're going to get a new pitcher for the Padres to start the 6th. And they'll go to Rodney Myers. So Rodney Myers, a right-hander, Rodney Myers, is in. He will be your new pitcher. And he'll be facing Rafael Furcal at the top of the order for the Braves here to start the 6th. That's a 4-8. So Furcal, a lefty, a switch hitter batting left, 4-8. 1-11 is a single, and 12-20 is a line out. So that's a single for Furcal. Up 8-1 though, they're not going to think about a steal, so we'll just let it roll. Andrew Jones, nothing happening. 2-5 for Andrew against a righty is a 1-6 single. That's a 17 though, so he's going to line to third. 1 away, and here's Chipper. Glavine, his teammates kind of outdoing him a little bit. Nothing on the D20. Chipper 6-8. 6-8 is a double to right field, so Chipper says hold the phone. 6-8 will be a double. Now the question is, do they send for call? You don't get the 2-out advancement. He was being held for call. His run rating is a 17, and the double is to right field, and the right fielder is Bubba Trammell is a +1 arm, so the +1 will counteract the being held. So now we're down to a 1-17. So I'm going to go ahead and send him, and he's in there. So for call, will come around to score. RBI double for Chipper makes it 9-1. Things are getting out of hand here. Here's BJ. Nothing on BJ Surhoff. It's a 3-7 for BJ against a right-hander. That's a fly ball center field. So that's 2 away. For Javi Lopez. Oops, Javi Lopez is a 5. Nothing doing there. It's a 3-5 for Lopez. That's a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So the Braves pick up another run, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 9-1. All right, Tom Glavine starts the bottom of the 6th against Ricky. 3-8. Ricky with a walk, but down 9-1. He's not going to think about a steal. So here's Colangelo. Colangelo, nothing doing there on the D20. It's a 4-10. 4-10's a ballpark base hit check, and it's a 1-4 for a righty. He didn't get it. He lines to short. 1 away for first baseman Dave Magadan. Nothing on the D20 for Magadan. Lefty on lefty against Glavine. It's a 1-10. It's ground ball third base B. That's a fielder's choice. 5-4 for out number 2. Brings up Bubba Trammell. Nothing on the D20. 3-9 for Trammell against the lefty is a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning. So Glavine cruising through 6. We go to the 7th. And Rodney Myers will pitch a second inning. Tries to eat some innings for his team. He'll be facing Dave Martinez, Rico Brogna, and Kilvio Veras. 1-8. 1-8 is a 1-8 home run chance for Martinez. 9-20 is a flyout. That's a 7. That's the way it's been going for the Padres. It's a Dave Martinez home run. It's now a 10-1 game. As Martinez goes yard. Gives up Rico Brogna. As a 4-6. 4-6 for Randy Myers is a flyout to left field. 1 away. Brings up Kilvio Veras. 1-4 for Veras is a single to left field. It brings up Tom Glavine. Normally you'd bunt, but with a lead this big, I don't see any reason to do that. So they're going to let him swing away using pitcher hitting card number 2. Nothing on the D20. It's a 5-2. Myers 5-2 against the lefty, and he walks him. Look at that. So when it rains, it pours. Runners at first and second for Raphael for call with 1 out. Nothing on the D20. For call a 2-11, and that's a ballpark single check. He's a lefty, so it's a 1-9 chance. And that's a 13, so it's going to be a liner to second for out number 2. Right correctly here. All right, that brings up Andrew Jones, and there's a 1, so it's a wild pitch check, and Myers is an 8. That's a 16 though, so no wild pitch. 4-4 against the righty is a fly ball center field X. That is Colangelo. He's a 4-E7. That's a 10. He might get to that. We'll see. It's a chance. 4 and a 10. In fact, I think he will get to that, but you never know on these charts. 4 and a 10 he does not get to. It's a single with 2 stars. And that's a 17. He's an E7. And there's a 2-base error on top of it. So it's a single plus a 2-base error. So obviously Brogna's going to score, make it 11-1. They'll go and give Andrew the RBI because the 2 singles would have scored him anyway. But then Andrew gets to third base on the E8. So error there on Colangelo. That makes it a 10-1 ball game. That brings up Chipper with Andrew at third and 1 out. I'm sorry, 2 outs. 14, nothing happening. Chipper, 4-10 for Chipper. Switch hitter batting left. It's a ballpark check again with a base hit. 1 to 9 would do it. It's a 3, so Chipper gets in the act. Base hit makes it 11 to 1. Unearned run there comes across the plate. It's 11 to 1. And it brings up B.J. Surhoff. It's a 2 on the D20. So we'll roll and see what happens here. It's a pass ball check, and Gonzalez is a 7. And that's a 10, so there's no pass ball. We'll redo. Surhoff, it's a 6, and that's a strikeout to finally, mercifully end the inning. And total of 3 runs come across the plate. And now we are looking at a 12 to 1 ball game. So it's 12 to 1 as we go to the 7th inning stretch. And Glavin, that's it for Myers. He's long gone. Jay Watasic will be the new pitcher for the Padres in the 8th, and then Hoffman will pitch the 9th, just so he can get his inning of work in. So here's Wiki Gonzalez against Glavin. Glavin, he's in his point of weakness inning, but he's only allowed a walk so far, so there's only 1 ding against him. 3-6. 3-6 is a diamond shot home run chance. Only a 1 to 5 though. It's a 10, so it's a deep fly to left, 1 away. That will bring up Alex Arias. 1-7 for Alex Arias. That's a single, so that's the second knock against Glavin. That will bring up Damian Jackson. Nothing on the D20. 1-3. Ground ball second base A. Look at that. When it rains, it pours. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Padres can't catch a break. We go to the 8th inning. It's all Braves. 12 to 1. Javi Lopez back out, and the new pitcher for the Padres is going to be Jay Watasic. So we'll bring out Watasic. Let him see what he can do in this situation. Jay Watasic. And he'll be facing Javi Lopez. 4-6 for Watasic is a ground ball second base X. Damian Jackson, he's a 2E12, but that's a 3, so it's probably a base hit. 2 and a 3. Yes, it is an SI1. No, I'm sorry, it's a G3. So he did make the play. And it's an 8, and he's a 12. No error, so he does make the play. So I'm just so used to him not making the play that kind of surprised me when he did. So let's ground out to second. 1 away for Dave Martinez, who homered his last time up. He's single, doubled, and homered. He's a triple away from the cycle. 6-8 against Watasic is a strikeout. So 2 down. Brings up Rico Bronya. It's a 1-7. He's going to fly to center. And the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. And they're going to go and let Glavin try one more inning, see if he can keep it going. He's going to be facing bottom of the order Mendez, and then a pinch hitter for Watasic, and then the top of the order Henderson. So let's see, first things first, it's Mendez. 4-3, and that's a ballpark single check, which is a 1 to 4. It's not going to happen. It's a liner to short. So 1 away. Now we get a pinch hitter for the pitcher, and it's going to be another Hall of Famer. Tony Gwynn is going to pinch hit against Glavin. 4-7. 4-7 is a fly to left field, center field rather. So that's 2 away. Gwynn is out of there. Brings up Ricky Henderson, another Hall of Famer. And that's a 6-7, and that's a ground ball to short. So Glavin negotiates 8 innings. He won't get the complete game, but he will go 8 innings. And it's still a 12 to 1 ball game, obviously. And coming in to pitch the 9th for the Padres in part 2 of the honoree game, even though it's really a mop-up shot. Okay, top of the 9th, and it's going to be Trevor Hoffman in the ball game. In 2001, Trevor Hoffman was 3-4 with 43 saves. But obviously down 12 to 1, that's not a factor here. Here's Kilvio Veras That's a 4-4 against Hoffman. That's catcher X. That's Wiki Gonzalez. He's a 2-E4. That's a 20, so you know he's going to make that play. It's an 8 on an E4. So we'll check 8 on an E4. And there is no 8, so he makes the play. And on a 20, that's going to be just simply a ground out in front of the mound, or in front of the plate. So it's a 2-3 on the ground out. And now Keith Lockhart will come in to pinch hit for Glavin. So Lockhart is in to pinch hit against Trevor Hoffman. That's a 110. 110 against a righty is a line out to third, so that's 2 away. Go back to the top of the order for Raphael for call. So 1-7, he's going to fly to center, so Trevor Hoffman gets him out 1-2-3, showing his Hall of Fame stuff. And we go to the bottom of the ninth, and Mike Remlinger will be the new pitcher for the Braves. And he'll be facing Mike Colangelo, Dave Magadan, and Bubba Trammell. 1-9 for Colangelo against a lefty is a strikeout. 1 away. Brings up Dave Magadan. 3-6 against a lefty is a double. So Magadan strokes a 1-out double. Here's Bubba Trammell. Nothing on the D20. 1-7 against a lefty is a single to right field. So how about that? And Magadan doesn't run very well. We'll stop at third. Runners are at the corners with 1 out for Wiki Gonzalez, catcher. Nothing on the D20. 1-5 against the lefty is a single with 2 stars. So Wiki gets a base hit, brings home the run, moves Bubba Trammell to third, and all of a sudden they've erupted for their second run of the game. Here's Alex Arias. Nothing on the D20. 1-4 for Arias, and he's going to get a big chance for a base hit here. 1-15 is a double. It's a 13, so it's a double with 2 stars. So the runner on first, Gonzalez, cannot score. He will go to third, though, and Trammell will score. So another run is in, and Remlinger may have to be removed from the ball game because he's just getting hammered here. So he's going to actually be removed, and they're going to go to another pitcher in the bullpen. So they will go to Kerry Lightenberg. So Kerry Lightenberg will have to come in and try to finish this thing off. Kerry Lightenberg, and he'll be facing Damian Jackson. Nothing on the D20. It's a 6-6. 6-6 is a strikeout, so that's out number 2. And now we're down to the last out, Donaldo Mendez. Nothing on the D20. Mendez, a 6-7. Is a strikeout, so Lightenberg has to come in and strike out the last 2 men to get out of this to end the ball game. And this is a game San Diego actually won 6-5 in real life, where Trevor Hoffman got the save. Not to be that way today. It's a 12-3 victory for Atlanta. They kicked 4 field goals, and the 4 Chargers only got 1 field goal. So it's 12-3 ball game. And Chipper Jones, in his tribute, was 3 for 4. With a walk and a run scored, and he also had an RBI. In fact, he had 2 RBIs. So he certainly did very well for himself in the tribute game, as did Tom Glavin. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation of the Strat-O-Matic tribute to the Hall of Fame class of 2018. And until next time, we will see you all down the road.